Yeah, you know, at night I am not so brave here. This is a scary place to be, and I don't dare take a leak anymore. So yeah, let's just try to make this quick. It's Loop Dark Snout. This episode of BackBit Impossible has me trying out the two character set version, making the video frames for it. Blah blah blah. I don't think I have it fully debugged yet, so that's pretty much what I do in this episode. And hopefully by the end of it, I've got it churning out the frames I want. Surely I do. Yes. Let's see how it goes. I think I got it working. There was a whole flurry of bugs and nastiness because, branching it to do from a full screen to two halves, it was kind of a nightmare. I was almost ready to back up and just duplicate the routines. But anyway, check it out. It does the top, the consideration, and then it does the bottom, consideration, and then, of course, it's got to temporarily trash it while it's loading in the next frames. The first thing you'll notice here, well, maybe I should, here, let's run this again. We'll slow it down. I mean, it's meant to do it in fast because it's got to go to disk, so I don't have to, mess around with corruption. But anyway, we'll do it slow. You see, the first thing it does, that is pure. That is directly from my original bitmap. Pixel for pixel perfect, because it isn't going to even bother looking for duplicates or trying to do anything special with those, because they have to be the same in both character set. So dedicate 40 characters to each set. Too bad that has to get doubled up, because that means twice as many writes. 640 writes just for this one stripe. But see, right now it's doing the consideration routine. It's, I don't even know where it is. Maybe it hasn't even started yet. Yeah, it is rather slow. But you'll notice it's sweeping from left to right at some point. I'm not exactly sure where it is. But this will end up with a crisper image than otherwise. Because this is 40 characters for both. So the line above it, from row 0 to row 11, inclusive, yes, that's 12 lines, gets 195 characters to itself. And the bottom 11 rows, or was it 12? Yeah, 12, 12, 12, and 1, 25. The bottom 12 get the other character sets, first 195 characters. So what's that? 195 times 2. Well, 200 times 2, 400, 390, plus 40, right? So 430 characters is now used to describe the image when it used to be 256. So obviously it's going to wind up coming up with a better image. There is a little bit of redundancy here, because if there's something that's a duplicate here and it's also on this side, they don't share data, so you'll have to waste another character to redefine it. It doesn't know that. Internally, it's basically taking this as an entire project, like a whole frame. It thinks that's all there is. And then I flip the high-low, and then every routine has an alternative meant to think that this is all that matters. So it's using like the top half of the video matrix and all the little buffers I made for keeping track of stuff. And then on the second time around, it's using the bottom halves. It doesn't know. But this is going to be a better image. Too bad I don't have an easy way yet, I suppose. Well, I mean, it's going to nip at me until I come up with it, I guess, to find the pixel difference for this, because I am less than a handful of bytes to where I won't be able to tweak it and rerun it. This already goes up to the 95th page in memory, and then some. Just a little bit of squeak room for variables following. And at 6,000, at the 96th page, is where one of my buffers is that keeps track of stuff. So this is it. I can't bloat this program any further without having to go back in and kill a lot of my comments, or reduce, I have that comment and then a bunch of dashes to separate one section of, like, this thing. So what I've done already, just to save a bunch of time, I chopped them in half. I mean, I could remove them totally, but I like to have a bit of separation so I can see what's what. But anyway, yes, it works, and I don't know how good it works. And because it's running it from the disk, I won't be able to run my favorite frames because there are thousands of frames inside. But perhaps I'll just get this thing going and make it save both character sets and the one video matrix, which still shares the color RAM that originally came with the original bitmap, because that will never change. And then who knows? Well, who knows where we'll go from there, but yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how much better this is. This is probably going to fix the flickering grass problem a little bit. It'll still flicker, but as long as I can play the audio at 8 kilohertz, I'll be happy. I'm gonna call her quits at that point. I'd rather have a more crisp, pleasant-looking video than a faster frame rate or a faster bit rate for the audio. You know what I mean? All right, so it's time to slow this down, and I got to get this thing saving. All right, Joe. Okay, we are ready to go. I've already tried to sample things, and the files that it creates, like this first one, I stopped it after 2 frames. So we have 8 pages first character set, 8 pages for the second character set. So it's 16, video matrix 4 makes 20, color RAM 4 more makes 24, times 2 frames, 48 plus a little snippet because it's on fake disk. So yeah, that sounds about right. And this, I stopped partially, a bunch of frames in because, I'll run it. But anyway, we are now going to be creating the output file 3. Something happened and it bothered me because when it finishes a frame, well, see, it does these rather quickly, about 12 or 13 seconds. Now, when it's done this part. Sometimes when it leaves, it's showing the bottom because the raster changes which character set is showing. Like there, it just did it. Why did it do that? See there, that's good. But when it's showing the garbly one on top, I don't want to see the bad one on top. I want to see the good one. Okay, I fixed it. I'm sure I fixed it now. That was driving me batty. When it's done, I always want to see the good half on the top. I don't know why. So don't mess with it. But what I had, I have it set to show this, the character set on the top, and the right video matrix, of course. But I had it doing it not as the raster's turned off before it goes to do the writing. I had it when the raster routine is turned on, which is stupid because as soon as you turn it on, the first thing it does is it starts flipping the character set anyway. But when I turn it off, it'll always show this now. Good, good, good. And yes, it is writing. Good. And there. Now I am content enough now to leave it. I'm really going to leave it. Leave it. Leave it. It's like I'm a dog. Okay. Yes. Of course, in the next couple days, I'm going to break in from time to time just to show you the progress because I am proud of this sucker. I love the fact that it's still going to play at 24 frames a second. And if it don't, well, my fallback plan is the one that I know will play at 24 frames. And it'll just look a little worse, that's all. But this is going to look a little better, and boy, am I anxious to see how much better. And to get the player working, it won't take too much more effort. I think the biggest hurdle is going to come up with the rollout code method. Just another tweak of program that already exists. But remember I was telling you about the quick sort that I was thinking of? I don't know what the deal is, but I haven't even done that yet. But I've come up with a different sorting algorithm altogether, which I think is even faster. In this case, I don't know what it's called other than I'm just sort of nicknaming it a high-speed bucket sort. And once I get this thing rolling, you'll see it, and it'll plow through the rollout code in, well, no time at all, even with the extra work of another character set to deal with. And that's why, another thing is, it's why I stopped these character sets at 235 versus a full 256, because looking at the rollout code possibilities, there's always a little bit of remainder at the bottom of the page, right? Sometimes it's 1 byte, which is best because that's the RTS, and sometimes it's 2 or 3. But in every case, in the worst case, I believe, as long as you keep the amount of characters per set to 235 or less, I think, I might have to do a trap just in case it creeps over 64 pages of rollout. But I think I got it down to where if you have that many characters max, the rollout will not exceed 64 pages. And that way, well, duh, you get 4 frames per BBT fetch. And if I went with the full fidelity, 256 for an extra 21 characters per character set, I'm only allowed 3 frames per BBT fetch, and that is going to make a lot. It's going to cost a lot of time, and well, I think I'm willing to strike a compromise here, a tiny bit of video quality for being able to pull in 4 frames at once instead of 3. But anyway, yes, well, I'll let this go. Ah, boy, yeah, you go at it, program. Look at this, Commodore 64, 2024, rendering video. And this wolf looks frickin' adorable. I mean, he looked good before. Now he looks more good. More better. Yeah. Watch him specifically. He'll have 2 eyes, and at some point, it takes one away, makes him a pirate. Oh, now you're showing it. Whatever. We're back to pirate mode. Great. Show the world I'm not crazy. Yeah, there you go. Stupid program. Thought of something here. See this center line? Well, because that is pulled from the bitmap, and we've seen that the bitmaps themselves do not have the grass flickering problem. Like, it changes a little, but not a lot. So hopefully the other grass in the foliage does not flicker noticeably enough to where you'll be able to tell that there's one more or less stationary bar in the middle. Meanwhile, above and below, it's going twinkle, twinkle, And that's something I won't know until I start playing this back. But I'm calling it just now because I just realized, yeah, that's a possibility, and it's not going to look very good. But, well, if it doesn't look good, now we know why. I love it. This is likely going to end before bed. It's coming along nicely. It's only 9 p.m. anyways. Okay, so it's done. It's took about a little over, 26 and a half hours. I don't remember what was up here, and I don't know how it got there, but I believe it's done. Well, the program should be intact. Yes, it should be. And since I got Jiffy DOS, let's see, what is this called? I think it starts with this. There it is. Yeah, guess which one I just made, eh? Okay, so, well, I'm going to get this thing set up, shut down, find the right program, turn that off, and copy this to the BBT. So now I need 2K, 4K, 5K, like 2 character sets and a video matrix. I'm going to get this thing, start copying stuff over from the big file so I can go to bed while it's busy doing stuff. Okay, it's almost 4 a.m. I finally got this working. It is saving 2 character sets, a video matrix, and just because the color RAM. I'm not sure if I really need it. It's supposed to be using a previous color RAM anyway, but it's saving these character sets at the 24 and 26 kilobyte markers, the video matrix at 28, and the color RAM at 29. And it's just showing the top one. It is bringing in them both, of course, but I am not doing a raster split nonsense when most of the time it's just this. So, which is why you don't see the sprites until the very end, just for a brief moment while it's writing to the BBT, just a quick flash, and then I turn them off again for serial access. This should, well, it takes as long to copy the raw data to the BBT as it did to create the images from the bitmap. It's funny how much slower this process is, and it doesn't have to do any computation. It's bringing it in, copies this and that, and then sends it all to the BBT at the right places. But well, it's going to take another day and a few hours. So basically, it'll be done probably before I go back to work. But until then, this machine is now off limits. And, well, good. I can't wait to see what this looks like. And I did not merge. Well, I haven't done the merging process. Do I want to merge that and then that? Oh, it's such a complicated pain in the butt. And it's me going back and, oh, you know what a pain it was just to make the creator deal with top and bottom halves. The merging, oh, there's so much thought that needs to happen. I think I'm just going to leave it. And yeah, leave it. Okay. I've got to let this go. Because I mean, in the end, this doesn't mean anything. It's just like, hey, look what I did. And then you guys move on and that's that. I don't know why I'm spending half a year plus on a 6-minute clip. I mean, yeah, they're cute and all, but come on. But has this ever been done on the Commodore 64 before? As far as I know, no. So maybe this is history. Yeah, cool. It's been running for about 18 hours. I'm not exactly sure. But no, whatever. It'll be done in the morning. It's looking good, though. I like these eyes. Oh, man. I mean, yeah, I keep saying it, but I am excited. The fact that it should be able to play this without, major disruption or without everybody being able to spot, hey, that's 2 character sets. That's not like what I'm trying to hide, but the fact is if I have access to better resolution image without going full-blown bitmap, and it can still do it, why not do it? Well, because it's a pain. But I mean, now that the code is mostly done, yes, let's do it. Well, it's bedtime. This has about, I don't know, maybe 8 hours to go, give or take. Should be done before work. Then I can power this thing down for a well-deserved rest. Then I'll have to think about what awaits me all day if I ever get this thing checked out. Ooh, exciting. It finished some time ago. What do I got left? What do I have that can play this? Nothing right now. Oh boy, I got them done. Yes. So in the next episode, I guess we're going to see what I got. Because, as per usual, I always kind of run out of time here because, you know how it is. You don't want to make these things too long. Nobody likes to watch the boring stuff. So yeah, well, till next time. Yeah, you know who I am. And hopefully I see you there too. Okay? Ciao.